crazy.
Hey everybody, this is Cabral95,
And Pitmarth Roy, what's up, guys?
and we are Muffin Lovin' Productions. We're here going over some more game cliches. Today will be 11 through 20.
Yay.
Quite possibly, we don't know. Alright, so let's get started with number 11. I shall be reading the odds again. And Pitmarth Roy will be reading the evens.
Indeed.
Indubitably. Alright, number 11. Let's start from the Let's start from the very beginning. Not with number 1, though.
Okay, let's go back to rule 1.
Let's go back to rule 1. No. So, whenever there is a sequel to an RPG that features the same main character as the previous game, the character will always start with beginner skills. Everything that they learned in the previous game will be gone, as all their ultra-powerful weapons and equipment.
Oh, don't even get me started. I'm playing a game that's a sequel right now, and like Ike, I'm playing Radiant Dawn, and Ike doesn't have Ragnell, doesn't have any good stats anymore. All this good equipment's gone.
Yeah, then you have Pokemon. Well, not really Pokemon, because you start off in a brand new region. But whenever you, the shows. Let's go over the shows. That works too, because the Pokemon TV show, that's infamous for this.
Yeah, really. Like, Ash has gone through, like, how many seasons now, and he's still pretty weak.
Yep, and he's still the same age.
Yeah,
he's just not that smart at all, really.
That's kind of weird.
Because he got, like, the level 99,000 Pikachu, and then he versus a Bayleaf and dies or something. You're like, oh, how did I lose?
Like, what? How?
Because he's just not smart. You'd think a quick attack would kill a level 2 Pokemon.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, and then you also have him not using his old Pokemon. I understand that, but he should probably have at least 1 or 2 with him.
Yeah, really. Bring him along until you find some new ones and train him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Always have backups. Keep your Charizard with you wherever you go. That'll take care of anything.
Isn't that just a general rule? Always keep your Charizard with you?
Of course.
I thought everyone knew that.
Everyone knows that. Alright. Ooh, your rule.
Ooh, yes, indeed. Rule number 12. Poor little rich hero. If a hero comes from a rich and powerful family, it will fall on hard times and be broken destitute by the game by the time the game actually starts.
Actually, it's destitute, not distute.
Whatever. It's the same thing.
Yes,
Corollary.
they mean the exact same thing.
Sometimes it's not even at the beginning of the game. Sometimes it's like throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, that's true. Well, what game am I thinking of? There was a game like this, but there aren't a lot of games like this, but I do know 1 or 2. I can't remember them though right now.
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker, yeah, I guess you could use
You got those 2 girls. One of them's really poor, one's really rich, and then like halfway through the game they swap roles essentially.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Because like she's all rich, but her dad uses up all his money to try to find her, and then the other one, like, while she's captured, she quote unquote falls in love with a moblin, and so he gives her all this nice stuff, and that's how she becomes rich.
Yes, there aren't terribly too many examples of this, but it's here and there.
Pretty much.
Well, you have James from Pokemon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but although he just leaves, they're still all rich.
Yeah, he's not really. He doesn't become.
I like when they enter the house and there's coffins in the middle of the room.
Yeah. Yes.
Alright, let's move on to rule number 13. The higher the hair, the closer to God. Cloud rule. The most outrageous his hairstyle, the more important the male character is to the story. Dragon Ball Z is a perfect example of this.
Yes.
Including the games and the show itself.
Both.
I guess you could use Naruto as kind of an example, too.
Yeah, Naruto's kind of got some weird hair thing going on.
What else is there? I'm trying to think. Mario, I would say one of Nintendo's games. Well, Sonic. No, they all have kind of the same hairstyle. But it's still outrageous. Let's see.
Surely there must be another. Link's hair is kind of messed up. You can tell sometimes when he's not wearing his hat.
Yeah, that's true. Mario's hair when
Twilight
he
Princess or Skyward Sword.
Well, yeah, but Dragon Ball Z is like the perfect example of that right there. That's pretty much all I can think of right now. I can't really think of any TV shows like that either. Well, wait. TV shows?
Most of the time it's animes.
Yeah, most of the time it's just animes and stuff like that that really has the hairstyle. Japanese are weird with hairstyles, probably because they can't make theirs that long.
Yes.
Oh well. Your turn.
Indeed. Number 14, Garrett's Principle. Let's not mince words. You're a thief. You can just about walk into anybody's house like the door wasn't even locked. You just barge right in and start looking for stuff. Anything you find that is not nailed down is yours to keep. You will often walk into perfect strangers' houses, lift their precious artifacts, and then chat with them like your old neighbors as you head back out with their family heirlooms under your arm. Unfortunately, this never works in stores.
Unfortunately.
Sadly.
Perfect examples. Zelda.
Obviously.
Any of those. Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon, you can just like go upstairs and find like a great ball just lying on the ground.
Exactly.
And take it.
Some instances you find like a Stardust or something like that.
Yes. Stardust that you find all over the place. The heart scales.
Yeah, the heart scales, and then you have there's another game I was thinking of. What game was that I'm thinking of? There's a lot of games with this, so that or you could just go in and break something.
Yeah, that one area in the Zelda game in Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah.
Where you've got that area like just inside of Hyrule Castle with like 1,000 pots, and the guard is just standing there, and you can break all the pots. And he'll even tell you, you should have some fun and break these pots.
Yes. A lot of this is what the Zelda and Pokemon games are known for. Going into people's places and stealing their crap.
And they don't even care.
Exactly, because they don't give a crap about it. Alright, now we come to a special part of reading these rules. Super duper long rules, which we'll read in sequence, more than likely. We'll talk about them overall as one. So we're just going to read 15, 16, and 17 as one. I'll do 15, and then he'll do 16, I'll do 17 again. So, let's read these. Fun. Alright, rule number 15. Hey, I know you! You will accumulate at least 3 of these obligatory party members. The spunky princess who is rebelling against her royal parent and is in love with the hero. The demure, soft-spoken female mage and healing magic specialist who is not only in love with the hero, but is also the last survivor of an ancient race. The tough-as-nails female warrior who is not in love with the hero. Note that this is the only female character in the game who is not in love with the hero and will therefore be indicated as such by having a spectacular scar, a missing eye, cyborg limbs, or some other physical deformity. See the good, bad, and the ugly rule, which we'll come to a lot later. The achingly beautiful gothy swordsman who is riven by inner tragedy. The big, tough, angry guy who deep down is a total softie. The hero's best friend who is actually much cooler than the hero. The grim, selfish mercenary who over the course of the game learns what it means to really care about other people. The character who is actually a spy for the bad guys but will instantly switch to your side when you find out about it. The weird bonus character who requires a bizarre series of side quests that make them effective, with the ultimate result that no player ever uses this character if it can be avoided. And the nauseatingly cute mascot who is useless in all battles.
Indeed.
Indeed. We'll cover that in a bit. Your turn.
Okay, number 16. Hey, I know you too. You will also confront or be confronted by at least 3 of these obligatory antagonists. The amazingly good-looking and amazingly evil long-haired pretty boy who may or may not be the ultimate villain. The villain's loyal right-hand man who comes in 2 versions, humorously incompetent or annoyingly persistent, sometimes both. The villain's attractive female henchman who is the strongest and most competent soldier in the army, but always lets the party escape because, yes, she's fallen in love with the hero. Your former ally who supposedly died and was forgotten about until much later in the game when he or she shows up again on the villain's side and full of bitterness. The irritatingly honorable foe whom you never get to kill because, upon discovering the true nature of his superiors, either nobly sacrifices himself or joins your party. The insane clown or jester who will turn out to be surprisingly difficult to subdue. The mad scientist who likes creating mutated creatures and powerful weapons because it's fun and also handy in case uninvited adventurers show up. The adorably cute little 6-year-old creature or 6-year-old child who fights you and inexplicably kicks your butt time after time.
Hey, I know you 3! Furthermore, on Rule 17, expect to encounter most of the following obligatory non-player characters, NPCs. The townsperson or crew member who wanders aimlessly in circles and never quite gets to where he's going. Hilariously incompetent or cowardly soldiers, that is everywhere. The NPC who has a crush on another NPC and can't quite work up the nerve to tell him or her, so instead tells every other person who wanders by about it at great length. The NPC who has a crush on another NPC. Oh wait, I just read that. A small group of children. A small group of children playing hide and seek. The wise and noble Captain King High Priest. The wise and noble Captain King High Priest splutteringly, evil second in command. Nobody, including the hero, will notice the second's constant crazy scheming until the moment which he betrays everyone to the forces of badness. I like that. Forces of badness. The NPC who is obsessed with his completely mundane job and writers on endlessly about how great it is. Just goes on endlessly about how great it is. He is so thrilled by it that he wants to share it with everyone he sees, so given a quarter of a chance he'll make you do his job for him. The adult NPC who has nothing better to do than play kids games with passerbys. Okay. And last but not least, the group of young women who have formed a scarcely obsessive fan club for one of your female party members.
Ugh.
We just went over a lot of Hey I Know Yous. A lot of these characters are in every single game. You cannot go play a game and not find one of these.
At least one, if not more.
Exactly. I mean, let's see.
Let's just go over these really quickly. Just, like, give one example if you can, and if you can't, then just say, okay, pass, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So, let's see. The first one would be Princess Peach, especially in Super Mario RPG, whenever she tries to leave the castle after Mario brings her back.
Mm-hmm. And then you have, for the evil one, you have a friend who joins the, a dark side. No, not dark side. Just joins the bad side. What game was that? I think it was,
Mother 3 with Clouds.
Yes, that's what I was actually thinking of.
Possessed than whatever. Weird bonus character, 3 words, Mr. Game & Watch.
Mr. Game & Watch. Like, seriously, no one even knows that.
And then the nauseatingly cute mascot, which would be either Pichu or Jigglypuff in the Smash Bros. Series.
Yeah, that's true. The mad scientist who's like creating mutated creatures and powerful weapons and causes its fun. Well, you have a lot of TV shows.
Dr. Wily. Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Eggman especially. He fits in there. Dr. Draken.
Yes.
The insane clown or jester who turned out to be surprisingly difficult. There was a in Sly Fox Cooper, and Cooper Sly Fox Cooper. Something.
Star Fox.
No, Sly Fox. Sly Cooper, I think it was actually. There was a character in there I'm trying to think of. He was insanely hard to beat, and he was like the jolly character sort of thing. I can't remember. That was a decent game, though. The adorably cute.
Okami, sort of, that one dude. What was his name?
Oh!
The French guy.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He was kind of weird. He wasn't really a clown, but he was a weirdo, and he was, I guess, somewhat difficult to subdue. Not really hard to beat, but he did show up repeatedly. So.
Yeah, that's true. The adorably cute little creature, a 6-year-old child who fights you and inexplicably kicks your butt time after time. Oh, who? I'm trying to think of one character. Who was it? I don't know.
Inkleborg Humperdinck?
I think that might have been it. I don't know. You can also apply this to TV shows.
A lot.
I like the townspersons, the NPCs that they go through. The one who wanders in circles and never quite gets to where he's going. Avatar: The Last Airbender video games from Viacom have that.
I always think of Zelda, like in Kakario or Kakariko, whatever you want to call it, village. Yeah. Those the workers that keep running around in circles like idiots. They never actually do any work.
Exactly. And then you have the incompetent, cowardly soldiers. That's everywhere in almost every game.
Pretty much.
They almost don't know who to hire anymore. Back to the townspersons. You can go to TV shows also. Look at the Cabbage Man in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Townsperson crew member wanders aimlessly. Adults who play nothing but kids games. I can remember one, but I think it was from an Avatar: The Last Airbender game too.
Probably.
But just you guys hearing all of those, it was a lot. So, and actually we're only 15 minutes into this, so we can keep going.
Woohoo!
So you get the idea of all of that and can laugh and agree. You're like, oh, I thought it was. I'm like, we don't have time. So, anyways.
Yeah, put it in the comments. There we go.
Yeah, put it in the comments. We'll comment back and make fun of you. I mean, we'll compliment on what you commented. All right, your turn.
Some of them are probably spot on, though. But anyway, number 18, Chrono's Complaint. The less the main character talks, the more words are put in his mouth, and therefore the more trouble he gets into through no fault of his own. Yeah.
Portal.
Not just Chrono either. Like Zelda, Link all the time gets in trouble for stuff that he didn't really do.
Pokemon.
Yes, Pokemon, because the main character doesn't really
Say
talk.
anything. You want to battle? I didn't say we're gonna battle. Okay.
No, we are now, apparently.
Exactly. And then you have what was the first one I said? I can't remember right now. Well, you have Zelda, Pokemon, not Mario games so much. No, not a lot.
Sometimes Mario games,
Yeah,
I
sometimes, but
guess.
for the most part, not really.
Like Delfino Island
Oh,
in Super Sunshine, he gets in trouble for something he didn't do.
yeah. I'm trying to think also. Oh well, I can't remember right now, but there's a lot of instances of that, even in some TV shows. Because there's some main characters that don't talk at all, and then sometimes words are put into their mouth because they're like the silent main character sort of thing.
Yes.
Always funny. All right, moving.
Inconvenient, but funny.
Yeah, or both. All right, rule number 19. Silly Squall bringing a sword to a gunfight. This is where we need to insert the clip of Indiana Jones.
Yes.
No matter what time frame the game is set in, past, present, or future, the main hero and his antagonist will both use a sword for a weapon. Therefore, you can identify your antagonist pretty easily right from the start of the game just by looking for the other guy who uses a sword. These swords will be far more powerful than any gun and often capable of distant attacks.
Quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Ike versus Ashnard, Ike versus the Black Knight.
Yeah, that's true. But Kirby games, I think you can count that too. Kind of.
Meta Knight.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Sort of. Not really.
Versus Sword Kirby.
I'd say someone not necessarily who has both swords, but someone who has the same weapon as you, sort of.
Yeah.
Because Mario games, it's Bowser versus Mario. It's a fist-to-fist fight, basically.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Link versus Ganondorf. Even though they don't show it in the Smash Bros. Game, Ganon does use his sword.
Mm-hmm.
Twilight Princess is a good example of that.
Pokemon, because you start off with a Pokemon, but everyone in the Pokemon game is an antagonist.
Yeah.
Every person you face, I'm an antagonist. Die. Because everyone's out to beat you in Pokemon, so everyone technically is an antagonist.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. So, Pokemon's a big on that. So, ooh, you get the last one.
Yes. Number 20. Just nod your head and smile.
At this rule.
And no matter how big that big-ass sword is, you won't stand out in a crowd. Nobody ever crosses the street to avoid you or seems to be especially shocked or alarmed when a heavily armed gang bursts in their house during dinner, rummages through their possessions, and demands to know if they've seen a black cape man. People can get used to anything, apparently.
Pokemon, some of the TV shows. Some episodes here and there.
Yeah.
The games. You have Ryukushin for anime.
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans, yes, I remember that. But I mean, this is like someone. It's like reminds me of that episode from I think it was Kids Next Door where it's like part of their house blew up or something. They're just eating dinner still.
Yeah.
There was something.
Like, dude.
Yeah, or when their son is fighting against other kids or something like that, and they don't notice at all.
Yeah.
Oblivious parents.
Silly parents.
Silly parents. Tricks are for us.
Yes.
And there's a lot of instances of that with not just TV, but going back to games. You have Link, some guy wearing a sword and shield just entering in houses, talking to people. No one asks anything. So.
And every time you do, they always just look at you and smile.
Smile, nod.
Hey, Link, how's it going?
Hey, old buddy, old pal, old chump.
It's like, I barely know you.
I know. So that really does it for this. It looks like we're going to be back Monday with some What Is Going On. Do we have any news stories yet, or do we have to look some up?
We got a few of them. We're still deciding in between other ones. There's some pretty crazy stuff that Yahoo quote-unquote news.
Yeah. We're always going to use Yahoo for the most part. One, is convenient. Two, they don't really even have news, so it makes it that much more funny.
Yes.
So, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. We feel sorry for each and every one of you. And
truly.
Go get a life just like we need to do.
Yes.
All right. Goodbye.
See ya.